If you've read the title of this video, you already know what's going on. We're gonna shut down Season 1, and I'll try to explain this as fast and as short as I can. So that's why this video will be, I think, 5 to 10 minutes instead of the usual 20. So here we are, back in the world of Cobblemon. I started this series over here. The first 10 episodes were about me starting a greenhouse, making a base and blah blah blah, and just starting everything. And there was little to nothing actually close by, which was rather unfortunate. The problem is, in episode 1, I had no goal whatsoever in mind. I started over here. I think, yeah, it should be somewhere over here. The official spawn should be over here. Then I walked all the way over here. And then I decided, after an hour, so I'm putting my foot down. Here we go. This is where we're gonna stay and blah blah blah. And you wanna know what happened? I still had no fucking clue on what I wanted to do. So my brain was like, okay, Harley, you need to figure out a goal. Well, started on the greenhouse, and after 10 episodes, my brain said, still don't have a goal, so I should talk to Tony. So I did have a talk with Tony, and also had a talk with my sister, and my sister said, hey, there's a nice island over here, why don't you move over here? You know, you can have a few things going on here. She was right. So I moved over here, and I talked to Tony. Tony, what do you think? What do you wanna, what would you make of this island? Do I want to make another... do I want to make something special? And my brain was like, yeah, sure, I want to make something special. And then in the end, it just became another village. Because as you might know, if you watch all the episodes from front to back, this was gonna be a Roman village or a Roman base, basically. This wasn't really gonna be anything else rather than just a small village, but my base overall. Multiple problems arose, though. Because when I left this place and went over here, I was like, okay, now I have to set the goals over here. So we had a goal board. And from the get-go, I already decided that I was gonna put myself in quite a few uncomfortable situations that I don't like. Like starting with a starter that I've never chosen before, because it's shit. I'm sorry, Chester, I did actually chose this one in my very first episode of Pokemon X, because I did like Chespin, but then it just turned into fucking Chestnut, and then my brain was like, yeah, fuck no, we're not gonna use this. Because I wanted to use Pokemon that I have never used before, I dug myself a grave. And instead of trying to, you know, climb out, I just dug myself a bigger grave by keeping or sticking to it without any proper goal overall on where do I want to end with the Pokemons and blah blah blah. Same thing with the actual island. Now we do have an island now, but the thing is we started over here and there was no specific goal here. Now that we're over here, we do have a specific goal, but my brain is like, I don't like this. And that demotivation, for some reason, showcases itself through the video to you. And I've also did some things I'm not proud of, like using X-Ray and using the Fulbright mod and such. I didn't like using those either, and that's why I already threw out the diamonds afterwards. And yes, well, that did work. It didn't really do much for the viewing experience overall, because now you know that in this series, I basically cheated. And for me, that's also quite demotivating, even more demotivated than I already was. So I decided something today. Or actually last night, because I've been thinking about this quite a lot. I only do 1 episode a week, or sometimes I did 2 episodes, but the thing is, I didn't know what I wanted to do next episode. Usually I plan these things ahead, like a couple episodes, and then I'm like, okay, now we're gonna start with a farm, and then we're gonna start with this, and then we're gonna start with that. But nothing really sticks in the end here, because of the simple fact that I had no specific goals. And well, there's an entire board dedicated to the goals. Half of the goals is something that I don't even really want to do, especially the Minecraft goals. In the meantime, I'm gonna have a chat with Tony and a few others that I really do enjoy talking to about stuff like this. So I can actually have a chat about, okay, I want to have a specific goal. I want to have a few specific goals, and I actually need to be motivated for those. And I actually need to have a specific goal where I want to work towards in terms of, okay, this series is gonna end when I filled this island up with cobblestone in its entirety and made a nice Roman village. Something like that. Yeah, you know, I need to work towards something in both Cobblemon and Minecraft. And the thing is, they've been really out of balance from the get-go. I had certain Cobblemon ideas, but I never had any actual Minecraft ideas. So, that's why I'm saying, we're quitting this series right here, right now. And we're gonna showcase the entire island really quick to just do a scan of what I've built, quote unquote, because I didn't really build anything. I built a platform that looks like a fucking warp pad from Crash Bandicoot 3. Build a wall. Trump must be proud of me. Built this fucking thing, which isn't really too much. There's not really a whole lot to say. I mean, this is all that has happened within 3 or 4 months. There's a couple chests down there that lead to a spider spawner, built this fucking shit. And then I also built, well, this basically. I can create a waypoint, so and then I teleport over here. And this is where it all started. You remember this. When I'm really honest, the first 10 episodes were really enjoyable. But ever since I moved here, it doesn't really feel like the same series anymore. Because I did start off with having fun, and then eventually I moved over there, and then I was like, okay, what do I have to do? And I think that's where I went wrong. Basically giving myself no time at all to think things through, and now I'm just here saying this to you. So, again, next week, Season 2. I'm gonna make sure that the things I do are a little bit more closer to home and a little bit more comfortable to me. Because what I think I've done is most of the goals that I've wanted to do, or some of the goals that I wanted to do, I wasn't really motivated for them anyway. And thus, that demotivation shines through the video to you as a viewer, and it also doesn't really give you a viewing pleasure. After episode 10, I really do feel like that this series became cursed, and I don't think I should finish this one properly, quote unquote. So, I will see you all next week. Season 2, Episode 1 of Cobblemon. Where I hopefully, and I think that will happen, so don't worry about it, have better goals and are motivated again. And make sure that I actually have a couple episodes titles or a couple episode episode goals in mind, instead of the reasonable fuck around and finding out that I've done this far. So, leave a like if you did enjoy this. Comment down below. What would you do in my case? Because it really feels like to me that I am not the only one who would actually do this. But at the same time, it would actually feel like I'm the only one who would actually do this and just start over. So basically, I'm asking you, would you start over an entire series, or would you just continue playing the way you've been doing this? And yeah, all that aside, subscribe if you haven't yet, comment down below, like if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next week. Bye bye.